はい、すみません。Oh, dude, let's have this on.
Reaching out for no man's land to take a breath and take a chance and walk 1,000 nights to change the world. Where to go, when to stop, who to
Dear.
trust, what to say. Found them all, just need someone to share. Snarling the dusk every day to carry on. Ain't so strong, I ain't so strong to go on. Living in the past is not the way to live. I wish you could hear me say that I miss you. While we there back to back, while we there face to face, I must be alright when you're in the dark. If you lose me somewhere and your tears are in the air, I will ring a bell until you feel me by your side. What has been in the mix too long? There's no peace when you're at war. Heads or tails, you and I, lying dark, ups and downs. What is there in the middle? What's there to divide us? If you hurt, cry and say, can't you see you're my alcohol? While we go back to back, while we go face to face, I must feel alright when you're in the dark. If I lose you somewhere and I'm still hanging in there, I will ring a bell until you feel me by your side.
Was easy. Nope. Nope. Yeah. Now this. See settings. Let's go see. Pretty good. Awesome. What do you get now? What the hell? Oh no, do it again. Oh, not again. Not again. See, look. It worked before. Let's see if I this. Now let's see if nope. What the hell? I can't talk to this guy. But it works before. It worked last night. Let's see if I... Okay, let's see. I didn't... It worked yesterday. Let's see if... Let's see if...
I'm going to be making sure that this place is a home for you as well as me now. After all, we are a family here. And one of the major problems with the automation was that you guys like to get stuck. However, now I'm going to be focusing a lot more, now that I have the free time, on exploring and dealing with secrets with your help. So, one of the things you had told me that I've been trying to figure out for a long time is that, look, right now they're literally biting at my ankles. We can take direct control by selecting them on camera and pressing the arrow. There we go. That is what enables manual control. So we can turn you around like this, and that's just a regular camera zoom. Oh wait, no, if I just kind of hold click on the middle, you'll roll forward. Oh, look at that, we have a remote drone. You're not exactly dexterous, but it's doable. Hey guys, boss told me to make sure you get those reports in on time. Gotta make sure the cash keeps just kidding, it's me, Dr. Get back to work. And if we undo that, you will come right back and resume your normal patrol. Okay, that's all well and good, but I've got stuff to do. In fact, I've got a pretty important thing you wanted me to check tonight, because Daddy is going on another ghost hunt. You guys have given me a lot of advice. I have been saving it, and it's time to really focus on putting that into action. It's weird because I automated later than before, and so I have less time free of distractions, but I'm just gonna kind of have to power through it. Yep. And now that we've made all of our big purchases, I kind of want to start focusing on getting you guys some creature comforts. So if we collect our 134, that brings us to 221, plus what we're about to make from this job. And I think we can start on our interior decorating arc. Are you... What? Is it... Ah, it's you! The banana that I ate all the way back at the beginning of the series. I guess in all those ruptures and invasions, we ended up with that on the floor at some stage. That's the funny thing about every single object in the game being simulated, is that there's real build-up and payoff to some of these things, sometimes a long time later. We've already got another 464 points to spend on things. Nice, all good, and all good. So let's start looking into some decor, shall we? We can get all manner of plants, so we'll get... Get a couple of potted plants, because we know that those things can really spruce a place up. What else? You're obviously gonna need some kind of rug or carpet. Blue? I'm partial to red as a rug color. Gray on concrete, that doesn't work well. Hang on, I just saved and now I can't. I just saved and now I can't. Why? This is gonna be one of those door locky times. And camera out time as well. Drone, are you seeing anything with that camera of yours? Oh, nervous. Okay, we got a whole bunch of things, and we are going to want to use those things for maximum effect. Let's start with the floor lamp, because I'm all about the mood lighting in here. The base lights are great for visibility, but what's a home without mood? So let's see what this thing even looks like. It's an investment to even find out. Turn on. Ooh, that's actually quite bright. Let's turn out the lights in the hallway and see what we can do with it. I'm honestly not sure what that one does. That's actually pretty nice. if we move that to the corner, I could see that being a thing. Next up is going to be you. We'll find a nice spot for this rug. Yeah. I actually am in love with the fact that it gives you a grid now. There we go. Ooh, and it's round, too. We could actually, if we wanted, we could just download a texture or something and use posters to decorate this place. That's going to be easier than ever. Our plants are in, our table is in. Oh, wait, no. Again, why am I doing this and not the gravity gun? It's a little unwieldy when it comes to rotation, but that's fine. Let me just leave this right here. You know me, the boss always showing off. And don't worry, we'll get you some seating in the near future. I'm sorry, there's only so cozy this place can be with the roar of... What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 GPUs? Don't worry about it. I'm not even sure if I counted right. Still can't pause. So let's get these potted plants inside post-haste. Oh, it might be too late to do the thing I wanted to do tonight. Might be too late for our camping trip, but there is something else I definitively can do. It's flickering. Oh no. The transformers. I think one of them might be low. Where are we going to put these guys? One right here seems a good idea. We'll figure it all out later. This floor is also in desperate need of cleaning. But yeah, we can still see well enough down the hall. Having this over here gives us a sense of direction even when we're in the dark. And you're always making your way towards friends. This is a nice place. It's starving too. I didn't like the look of that.
What?
I didn't like the look of that at all. Hang on, do we have any new emails? Guys, if this is a prank, it's not funny. It sparked like the front door did the other night. Did I close the garage? Yep! Yep! This was my alternate suspicion. That's what I was expecting it to be the other night. Oh my... Well, I'm sorry to have interrupted you doing something to my ATV. Oh, wait. I just remembered something about you. Hang on. You know what? We can put this over here. We'll get more later. We can put you over here and you over here. And so that way, when you walk in, it feels just a little bit more full, you know? Of course, we'll need to get some posters, some couches. We'll worry about that momentarily. And we can save again. You know what? Our plans are back on. Now we've got another shipment. There we go. Here's where the grav gun shines. Otherwise, this would be a huge chore. Getting it through the door may still be. Yep. Don't worry, guys. I've got you covered immediately. Yep. Of course, precision is not this thing's strong suit. Yep. Let's just press you against that back wall, plop you down, and there we go. Maybe we'll move this whole setup back just a bit. But this is looking pretty nice. Let's just place you there. And now just need some more plants and such. Also, more money. Here you are. Let's move this here. And if I find even a single slice gone, you are all so fired. Meanwhile, the kids are asleep. They're fine. So, Monique, why don't you follow me? And just kind of regale the guys with stories about the stuff that goes on around here. I feel like you've acclimated to the job pretty quickly. There you go. And I will be back later. Oh my god! I got launched.
What?
You better not have gone inside. You see that?
See what?
You see that? That looked like a pink wisp. Hang on. Grab that. Grab that. I'm crossing the river again. Yep. Alright. Can I see you out and over? Don't fall back in. That would be the punchline. Yep. No, my god! Good thing we have a second one. Oh my god! Alright. Thank you. And grab the other. Can we actually get this to work now is the question? Come on. Yeah, if you're anything like before, you'll probably just disappear before I can manage to do anything. And I'm not sure, like, what I'm doing here is very time specific. I've done it before in a previous season, but it may be different now. The sleeping bag we can leave here. I feel like we've seen it already.
See what?
Alright, I don't think it's happening right now. What time is it? It is before midnight. The sleeping bag can stay here since this is the only place it's gonna need to be for a while. I can hear the midnight drone, and yeah, I think I'm too late. I was told to come here after 19. No, never mind. We are good. We are good. We are good. And I came prepared. Hang on, let's save. Just to make sure we've got this. I can feel myself being pulled toward it. Okay, let's take this seriously. We need to get close enough, but the closer I get, the more the pull is. It's even pulling my view closer. It's like I can't look away. Okay, I think it's working. It's getting smaller. Oh no! Get up, get up, get up, get up! Get up, run, 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 run! Run! Run!
You dead?
I am on fire, I am on fire, I am on fire. Thank you, Rain, for putting me out, and for player physics damage being disabled. I thought there would be some kind of cue. I thought there would be some kind of, like, sound cue or something when it was being put out, but I was very, very close when I realized it was going down. Alright. Well, we got this thing. Grok. Work in progress. And you know, stuff like this campfire, all of that, this is kind of what I was looking for when I accidentally came upon the stone house earlier. I had no idea that was going to be here. I thought it had been replaced by the stone house. But I'm very much led to believe that they're connected, so now we're going to try sleeping here. That was incredibly fortunate. As we know, I can still die, so I think I was actually saved from burning by the rain. Actually, that does feel like more than coincidence, doesn't it? Let's try and sleep. slept a long time. But nothing happened. You told me if I wake up and can't pause, then I accept my fate. But that did not occur. Alright, we can't go back to sleep, but we'll leave that as it is and try again on subsequent nights. We'll also... our fire extinguisher is just gone. That would have fallen to the ground when we were knocked over, and who knows where it would have gotten off to. But as long as it's still dark, actually very advanced dark. Look at the way those headlights penetrate through the fog.
What about your sleeping bag?
God, that's creepy. Okay. Let's make our way to the other side. There may still be things we can do. I just love the way the light is interacting with this. It makes me feel so small in all of this. It makes me feel like I'm in a place I don't even recognize. Oh, we are doing real creepy and comfy hours now. We'll go in the river. Or into the hot tub. Why does it feel like it jerks the wheel as I come over this hill every time? I've got... place to be. Look, we've got this tower being illuminated from beneath by the light, but off in the distance, all we can see are those little red dots speckling the landscape. In the shadows, those twirling behemoths on the mountain. We'll want to be past them because there's a fence running along that ridge. I think visibility may actually be improving somewhat, though. Limited fuel, so let's be careful, but also limited time, I think. I think it's actually a little later than we're thinking. It's just dark because of this weather. This is the kind of thing that I usually opt to just leave in. And it's just an atmospheric trip through the night. But the fog is starting to leave us. Oh, or maybe it's realistic. Oh, look at that! Maybe the fog just hangs really low. That is so cool. And the lower we go, the denser it gets. Well, unfortunately for me, we're looking to get nice and low. And we're in the right place-ish. Just really hope it's not too late. Yeah. We are relying entirely on manual saves now, so I've got to be vigilant. Oh, it's too late. It's got to be like 7 or 8 a.m. already. God. Let's just get a photo of that. We'll have to wait until tomorrow night. But tomorrow night I want to try the thing again. That's annoying. Wait. Still quite easy to lose track of ourselves in here. There's power lines. So this way must be the base, right? The weather actually is like very impactful in this game. That's why I love it so much. Look. Were it not for our porch lights, including the one we added, this would be so much tougher to spot. Clearing is more like an abyss in this context. I wonder, will you actually start charging? You are out of fuel. You will charge, though.
Now I feel you. That's where you're going.
Alright, let's get inside. Hey, everybody, I'm back. You guys chatting, getting up to good times? I hope my times are getting... Oh, wow. Yeah, no, this thing is actually a force of nature at this point. I don't think we have to worry about money for a while. And we can do even more. You guys have earned the privilege of looking at this pizza box. Monique, I am actually gonna... I don't want to be mean and send you out, but I kinda have to look at this. We've got time, we can wait a little while. This is 9 a.m.
Yeah.
We've got our daily tasks. Yeah, they're kind of far out. I'll wait for this weather to clear up. In the meantime, we should start looking for signals. And I should start upgrading this because it's been such a long time. I am going to improve ping cooldown and detector or sensor speed. And I'll make this a bit quicker. Sitting inside on a rainy day, watching creepy documentaries. Now that is the life. Which, actually, I'm gonna go ahead and make a movie recommendation right now. Just last night, I watched something called Lake Mungo, and it is a supremely creepy horror mockumentary. And what's cool about it is that it doesn't fall into the same traps that a lot of similar things do, in that it never really compromises its believability. So many of them, they do feel more like a movie with a certain framing. This remains dedicated to presenting as a documentary the entire time. So if you like that kind of thing, it's a really good one. You guys are going. The rain is dying down a bit. There are some servers that are actually in need of repairing, including right here. Actually, we should do TR check. It's more important. Wow, TR1 is imminently about to die. So what I'm going to do is we're going to make this a family effort. You guys are kind of low. I'm going to send you out and you. If need be, I can always manually control you. Let's open this garage. Oh god, I may not have enough fuel. And Monique, I need you to go get those reports. So let's go get reports, and I'll be right behind you. If it's not charged enough yet, then I can, yeah, I'll just use from the reserve. There we go. That still wasn't a whole lot, but it's enough to get us up to the transformer. Make sure you're locked. We should invest in a can opener. We've got all this canned food. I mean, it's rusty and gross, but it's just sitting around. You're still here. I'd forgotten all about you. Some of you guys actually said that after a fight, we could potentially remove this thing. I'm certainly curious. And I'm sorry you guys see me saving so much these days. But I've grown to distrust the autosave. Boop, and heal boop. Ah, you there. Yeah. Oh, wow, it actually worked! Well, we've got this thing now. But what do we do with it? Guys, I have the coolest new office ornament. Let's just leave that there. Can we... Yep. Wow, the thing is quite heavy. I can't actually maneuver it on my own. You know what? It's a trophy. It's just a nice trophy, and you guys can all appreciate it. You weren't here when we got it, but there's quite a story behind it. Warned us about an alien invasion, some more aliens invaded, some more aliens invaded after that. It was a whole thing. But now we've really got to go repair that transformer. Can't keep getting distracted like this. Did you guys eat the pizza? No, and it's closed again. So you know what, I'm just gonna help myself to some of that. We've got plenty for now, but I'll probably just use this as a mobile grazing spot. You could actually, like, if you didn't want to carry food around, you could strategically place pizza boxes and they won't decay. If I can't find broken server, that's good. Everybody's doing their jobs. Including me. How's our signal doing? Just about there. We've already got one loaded up. We just need to find one more after that. How are our... I was just going to ask how you're doing. That was a victory leap. Okay. Did I lock the door behind me? I did not. Good. This place is really starting to change for the better. Really starting to feel more alive. Like we'll just be working in here and then we see our worker drones buzzing about out there. Good job, Pinkfist. There we go. And now we've really got to plug you in. Now, if the other one is still out there... Excuse me? Yep, you're stuck. But if we assume control, we can turn you to the... Come on. When you're up against something, you don't want to move, really. You'll move back. Come on. If we just click on the line, that makes things a tad easier. Alright, we're learning this. Let's let go of you. And you immediately... That's actually incredible. That's actually incredible. So, this way, no. If I can... Let's learn from the way you behave. So if we turn you around like that, and really launch you at it, then you can make it. And now you can do it. Alright. So we can actually manually repair you from afar. Now, as for Monique, she is probably on her way back right now. It's so weird that this just turns into Five Nights at Freddy's once you have multiple bots doing your stuff. Save you. Let's get this going. Oh, hey, it's one of those roots. They're edible, but they just kind of turn up once in a while. Not quite as commonly as the mushrooms. Thank you, Monique. I'm not hungry, though. Okay, we'll save it for later.
Oh la la. Oh la la.
And you're coming back just in time to get stuck. That's alright. Come on, Monique. Let's go bail your... Chocolate? Huh, we've been brought more gifts. They're so spread out, I just about didn't notice. I wonder if maybe there's anything under the carpet. There you are! You even unstuck yourself. Okay, everything is turning up peaches. So let's do an SD cal all. Now, some of these things really need it. I'm not really sure what the idea behind this thing is, but you'll hold on to it, right? Ooh, I wonder if this will make the rig stronger. Hang on, if we turn this off, we'll see how that affects mood lighting come night. I mean, it may make it harder for you to fill out your reports and guest logs, but we don't have any guests, so that means we can do whatever we want. Very notably, not really many unknowns or objects for a while. I don't believe I really have a photo of you guys, so let's do that. And, I mean, while we're just kind of waiting around today, why don't we go back and have a look at some of the pictures we've taken? I mean, it's starting to become quite a growing portfolio, isn't it? We've got all this. Wow, the Arirals would be really laughing if they saw what we've done with the place, given their creations. What was this? Oh, this was last night. Even for how quick we were, how... That figures. That figures that we would have the one circumstance in which we get a blurry, grainy picture of something mostly behind a tree in our garage. And that's not the only thing that's been messing with our garage lately. This one I'm not gonna fax because I might get fired. But these might draw some more interest. God, some of these are just so ominous and some leave just such little room for doubt. Like, imagine coming upon the computer after I go missing and just seeing these things completely without context. I would have a lot to answer for, wouldn't I? I just love being able to look back and have this running log of everything that's been happening to us. Because it all kind of blends together. It's all one continuous thing, not separated by loading screens or levels or chapters. And yet it feels like such a journey, such a lifetime you've lived. Those things that seem like these crazy things that you just had to go out of your way to get a picture of just become part of the landscape. And some of them become even worse in hindsight. It's at this point I should probably let you know that by the time you're seeing this episode, I'm in the middle of taking a week off with Elster. Sorry, Monique. And I am preloading this in advance. I'm literally recording this like the day the previous episode came out. So sorry if I'm slow to respond to things or add fan art or anything like that. But one of you posted a real interesting comment, quite a long poem that is actually going to be probably a multi-episode rabbit hole. But it starts like so. In the cave where the Long One rests, inside the great beast's nest. In the corner you'll sure find my first piece hidden and confined. Now, there's a lot here, but I don't want to waste this first day, so I'm going to go after item 2 first, which says, next by Stonehenge, under skies so wide, A rock formation near the fence will hide my second piece, firm in stone, buried deep, waiting to be known. Have I mentioned that this community is absolutely amazing? But I'm gonna grab this shovel. Sounds like it's gonna be needed. Oh, and we'll probably want to give this thing its next repair before we move on. I think it might have actually fallen below 50 health. There you go. The smoke does get bothersome after a bit. And we're off. But not before we pick up the thing I forgot to grab last night. See, it may not have been repairing, but the ATV was getting a spotless new shine. In that picture, remember, we could see like suds, bubbles coming off of it. It came down and was cleaning it for us. Why would it do that? I don't know. It looked like the same material as the pyramid and those other things. There's such a lack of communication. We can only guess at the intentions of these creatures. But in a real Jurassic Park way, you can't help but be fascinated by it. Let's park beside the fence, leaving our light on. Now, what makes this a little bit more complicated is the fact that we have yet to purchase the metal detector, which really just detects whatever should happen to be in the ground. It's actually something that will probably be very needed for what we're doing here now. A rock formation beside the fence. Well, there's some rocks over there. Actually, there's a lot of that. Okay, yeah, I've tried this in a few places, and I think I am 100% going to need that metal detector. I'm not seeing any hint of where something could be, except for the fact that this rock formation is over here. Well, this is definitely closer to the fence. We'll have the opportunity to try it tomorrow. This is pretty cool looking. I mean, it may not be enough once there's no longer sunlight coming through here, which even that sunlight looks kind of nice on the ground. Nice shadows. But we should maybe now have enough for the metal detector. Don't know my own strength. Wait. Okay, that must have been an accidental misclick, because I was going to say I don't remember switching to this photo. How does this thing work at cleaning the glass? Because this could be a worthy compromise between this and stealing another of those power washers. That works pretty well. Chops through it nice and fast without a lot of scrubbing and works over a wide area. See, this is why maintaining positive relationships with aliens is a good thing. This is why Beagle Rush would not be able to cope with this job. And because I realize that's kind of an obscure reference, Beagle Rush is a streamer who plays XCOM. Highly recommended. It bothers me that these filth and drag marks in the corner here can't actually be cleaned. Is there anything else that can be cleaned? Not really. A lot of this grit seems to be kind of baked in. So that's unfortunate. Star? Let's listen to that. Low and consistent. Let's send this stuff out and be ready to head out again. Yep. It's gonna take me a save. I'm gonna try and hit both spots tonight. I was warned to make sure I hadn't slept before I did this, so maybe that's why. But I'm gonna take another fire extinguisher just on the off chance that I'll need to put the fire out again, thus leaving my family defenseless. There's our points popping. It's about 240 right there, but we are... Ooh! Huh, I was gonna save this for a little later. Go away, you don't see it. For gore now, you will die. There's monsters, they eat you, you die. Gun breather. What we have found is the exit to the map, or at least this section of the map. We can't actually get beyond the fence. And there are things to find out there, but we are not interested in that right now. We can, as a landmark, say that it's right beyond this crash site. Now, will you have opened up to reveal your secrets yet? You have. Okay, now remember, in the cave where the Long One rests, inside the Great Beast's nest, in the corner you shall find my first piece hidden and confined. It's not this corner, but perhaps another? Hidden and confined. Just about anything can be beneath all this straw and dead grass. You know what? I was actually just thinking, this might be one of those things that can only trigger after 3. Maybe it is a 3 a.m. thing. Okay. I mean, a lot of what we're doing with this, I'm pretty sure it can only be done at night, like night. So I should be going. It's frustrating to tee some of these things up and then only realize like it has to be done at a different time or... Oh my... Hello?
What was that?
You're going back to your cave, right? Oh no. I can hear you moving around. You're still out here. Well, there's a first. Look, I've caught that thing. Look, in previous seasons, I've caught that thing on camera, going in and out of the cave. So I know that's where it lives. In fact, I've had the thing rush at me out of the darkness when being there in the wrong place at the wrong time. But I've never seen it actually out and just roaming the landscape before. That was insanely lucky. Ow. Please tell me I have... Okay, there we go. Why is there a notebook just right here?
It's raining flesh.
Flesh. All work and no play, huh? What do you mean it's raining flesh? Okay, I'm too tired. That's alright. That's alright, we're very close. I'm gonna have me some of this, and we'll try sleeping. There we are. Got finding this thing out of the darkness. Always a sight. Right here. I don't want to sleep. I can sense something. Oh! Oh my god! Oh my god, I'm being...
Oh my god.
Where am I? Oh, I dropped the... I think I dropped the camera. No, here it is. Okay, well now would actually be a very good time then to consume that coffee chocolate bar. Darwin, what is this place? Look, white pillars leading to a canopy with black splotches, like the one I was taken into. Did I fall down from there? There's a light source over there, but it's like heavily diffused. It looks like dirt and terrain around us, but all black and white monochrome. Well, you know me, I'm a skull collector. And there's even more. More than I can take with me. There are trees growing here with white leaves. Wait, there's a green glow from up there. Hang on. I can't seem to quite make it. Oh, come on. Come on. I don't know if it's going to be possible to get up there. Let's go on a mission to grab that first hook. I wonder how far out we can venture. There's a campfire there. I can hear something splashing in the water. I'm afraid to lose the camera, but I don't want to miss whatever's there. God, this is deep. I can see trees up there, but there's nothing more I can do. Maybe if that went right through it. The only thing I can think to do is to just drown myself in the lake. I can't see anything down here. Well, except another skull. Well, I got an achievement for it. And it just ends the game as usual. Okay, now it is actually just letting us sleep. So we've seen that now. I'm not quite sure what to do with that information. But it definitely feels like there's more we could have done. And simultaneously, like there isn't anything we could have done. I mean, maybe if we'd had a lighter to light that fire. But I don't just walk around with that stuff. I've got to buy it. All right, you're gonna stay here. Should I take it with me? So there is something to do with this place. The black sludge, the raining flesh note. We're also probably not the first person to figure that out if it's on note paper. They sealed this place off for a reason. Fortunately, people like us don't get to know that. So just like everything, we're just gonna have to walk into it. Now, see, this is coming along nicely. You can't say that it isn't. We've got so much more to do still. How is this coming? 84, not bad. We need that metal detector for the things that come next. We've also got to order some more drive boxes. That's like, I always come up right down to the wire because I forget to order drive boxes. But this place is starting to feel like my own, like, Secret of Oak Island, you know? Except stuff's happening. There we go, we got that. I want to make sure that I have room, we don't need the fire extinguisher, for a clock of my own. This door does not want to close for some reason. Why? Why doesn't this... There we go, thank you. That had me concerned for a second. Alright, well, we're gonna head We're gonna head to number 3 on that list since the others are giving us trouble. We may be working sort of in reverse at this point, but it's worth it, and it's what we're gonna spend this day and night on. My final piece lies in the lake so still. I hope you like to dive. Oh, what a thrill. Only at 3 will the time suit to dig beneath the twisted root. Perhaps that same twisted root that we found with the pickaxe? The remnants of somebody else who tried to find or bury the same thing? God, this is so exciting sometimes, you know, when you actually know what you're doing. I don't know how people figure this out. It's gotta be a lot through data mining, right? Remember before how I said I had just watched Lake Mungo? Now, let's put you here, 311. We've got time. Put our mask on. Make sure our metal detector is ready. Our shovel, yes. Right here. Right here. Come on. I think there is something here. Look at that. Okay, take it, take it. We need to get going. What is this that we've dragged up? Some kind of bone rune. It's covered in blood. Antlers and animal spines. It's gotta have something to do with the cabin, right? Unfortunately, we're gonna have to wade back in. I do have to check if this thing's status changes at night. Good thing this thing is waterproof. Just me, or has it opened just a little? Maybe not, I don't know. We should really be going now. There you are again! Okay, we must be close, right? Oh god, very close, very close, very close. We just almost ran right off a cliff. Well, don't mind me. I'm gonna go into your place. I know you have a roommate, that giant freaking millipede. Centipede, whatever you'd call it. Point is, I want to spend some more time here. I need a new battery very soon. This isn't showing me anything. It's very late. Oh my god. Oh, there is stuff on the ground in here, including my own battery. Hopefully this thing doesn't try to eat it. Maybe it really does have to be... Like, you said the one in the lake had to be at 3 a.m. This one, I can't seem to find. It's after that, so it's not the right hour, but you also didn't say it for this one. Wait, there is something... Another... How did you come to be here? Well, you don't have the same engravings or anything. But you're here and clearly connected. Looks like the sun is starting to rise. Okay, we'll go back, we'll make sure our jobs are done for the day, and then we'll pay a trip to Stonehenge. Oh, right after we do some transformer repairs. I keep forgetting about that, but 3 and 2 are likely to be fairly low by this point. I should actually probably start investing in their stability. It's been a long time. God, we haven't even gotten any pictures, but I really... Those of you just joining us this season, I can't stress to you how crazy it is that we've actually seen that thing just running about twice. Twice in one session, something I've never seen before. I'm pretty sure I've been close a couple of times. Never actually seen with my own eyes. And we're back. Man, I really... until you need to eat something. And actually, that can opener is looking more and more attractive by the day, especially since we're going to be doing a lot of digging. I mean, I really underplayed it because we had a task in mind, but getting a shovel and a metal detector actually opens up a whole lot of new possibilities for us. How does this light it in the dark? That actually looks pretty good, especially with the glow from your chamber. And that's mood lighting. 150, not bad. We'll add some more GPUs in the near future, but for now... howdy, Monique. We're gonna need to get a head start on these jobs while I probably get some sleep in, sorry. We do have another unknown. Yeah, unfortunately it's not downloaded because I kinda had to start it up and run. Now, in the presence of the old one, why don't we have a look at our prizes? So, the first one is the altar part. They're both called altar part. A part of a weird altar. Okay, let's move you someplace a bit more appropriate then. Say to right here. And I think we should probably embrace the spookiness. Put you here. And you over here. But we're still missing one, right? That'll be our goal for later. In the meantime, I am gonna have to send you out to get those reports. Preferably not from this notebook. There you go. It's again crazy what a difference that ambiance and the right circumstances can make. You go. Meanwhile, I just need to sleep. I just need to sleep. I could drink coffee. Feels like I'm on the cusp of something crazy, though. There should be a drive in my inventory unless I put it away. Remember, we've still got a job to do. Very easy to become distracted. I swear these glow sticks fall a little bit further every day. The morning feels eerie now, and it's not just the shambles or the creepy shorts playing on the TV. I really feel like we're unearthing something evil here, and it's all connected. Well, something really evil and something really old. Come on. I'm actually a little anxious just sitting around now. No matter how much I do to spruce the place up, sometimes I'm just forced to think about what it is I'm messing with and how I really don't know what's going to happen. I tried to do this in the last season, but because of the game mode switching, I had pretty much borked it. Let's listen to that unknown signal. If we were to take this as some sort of auditory Rorschach test, I would say that's the sound of something very angry and very big rushing up at me out of the deep. It sure was a dark ocean summoning, wasn't it? Actually, I have a better idea for how to arrange you. That feels right. Monique? Monique, why are you just staring at me? Did I close the garage door? That was really weird. I'm in here and yet you were staring directly at the camera. Okay, I did, so that explains why you didn't come back in. still, we're looking for a way around, huh? Thank you very much.
Oh la la.
Good girl.
Leave
Now,
alone.
we need to make sure our signals are ready for the day. Yeah, once again, all of these jokes, I'm really glad Elster is being so cool about them. Others might not be, whatever. Shorty showed us to be with a demon, sounds like her problem to me. This is another unknown. It's just we need to have at least another one of these things in the pipe before we head to Stonehenge, which will be no problem now. Bang, bang. Bang. Whoops. It's just static. My mind is going in 50 different directions at once because there's so many things I want to do here. Oh, and because we were having issues before with the hooks, thankfully we kind of got a redo on that one due to being killed and having to reload. You can turn these into 2 half hooks, and I'm going to take those because the upside to them is that the problem of being like left hanging with that up there and unreachable is no longer an issue. It's not quite as capable. I think there's like some things it can't do. You can't tether things together, but we've already got another hook, so that's all right. Now, do we have any servers down? Since we have time to kill today, it's important that we find out. Foxtrot is down. Monique, we have yet to see your animation for fixing servers, which, if I remember correctly, is different from the one for getting reports. So let's just make sure we are nice and ready to follow. That's the thing, you're so fast, we gotta be ready to give chase. And... fix server. We also gotta be ready to ditch this thing because the terrain gets a little rough up there. Don't want a repeat of last time. Maybe we can head you off? I'm hoping so. I'm hoping this is where you're going. I think this is Foxtrot. I think it is. There we are.
There we are, Ethan.
Got the sounds of steps running in unison. Now that is what Unity is all about in this line of work. Now, let's see you fix that. Magic touch. Although it is pretty funny how you maintain eye contact with me through the whole thing, you nerd. And now you're going home. Probably, I'm guessing, to fix some of the ones in the server room. He must be out and about somewhere, because I just got the can't find broken server message, and... okay. Well, anyway, you can stay here and idle.
Oh la la.
Meanwhile, this is ready to be listened to as well. You're going fine. And it's kind of the meme signal again. Today they only want 2 level 3, so I'm not gonna sweat this too much. But we are, yeah, we're swiftly burning daylight. It's 3 o'clock. We need to head over to Stonehenge right now. Bye, guys. It's just really, it's good to have a hallway of familiar faces to walk through when you're going to and from the ATV bay. I think that is actually, like, proving to be really, really good for my mental health. It's just important to feel like you're a part of a team, you know? They say everything's awesome when that's the case. Now, back in Stonehenge, but this time with a secret weapon. Now, of course, there's plenty of other things that could be buried in the ground, even just junk. But I've got to take these leads seriously. Such as this one. Another skull. This one... I don't even know what to make of this. Those are fangs, but it looks far too big to be... I don't even know what this would be. Animal skull. A dirty animal skull found underground. I don't even know if this is part of it or not. I've got something else. Here? Right here. Come on. There we go. So that skull that looks like it belongs to no animal I've seen before. Who knows, maybe even some type of long-faced cat. This is what we really needed. We found something cool by accident. That's not something I'm gonna forget. But unfortunately we have to keep... keep our eyes on the prize at this point because, well, we were given more instructions to go alongside this poem. I thought this was going to be a long-term project. Did not expect to be able to bang it all out in an episode. Alright, so in the cave where the long one rests, we got it. Next by Stonehenge, under skies so wide. My final piece lies in the lake so still. Keep calm, it was just a pine cone. Keep calm, it was just a pine cone, but it sounded a lot bigger than a pine cone. That's all three. That's all we needed. Let me out and over, please. You know what? I'll explain the rest later. I'll explain the rest later because what kind of movie do you know would explain the plan and then do it and have it go off without a hitch? No. It's the unspoken plan guarantee. It's much more likely to succeed if we don't talk about it until we're already in the process of doing it. But in order to do it, we're gonna need to retrieve the clock from the lake. So one more chore. One more chore, Arthur. There we are. Looks kind of right, just propped up right there, doesn't it? In fact, it could even make for a somewhat ominous thumbnail. There we go, we put you right there, and it leads to a sense of, oh my, that image is out of place. There's beautiful scenery in the back. But what does it mean? What are we waiting for? Oh yeah, that's the good stuff. Get in my inventory.
That's my good stuff. Get
Everything
in my inventory.
is all together now. That signal is finished.
No. What's that? What's this? Okay, good. Let's go to the west. Okay, this way.